Speaker, I'm pleased to bring this important bill forward to implement a Consumer Protection Watchdog in Ontario. And I want to thank my co-sponsor and the member from Humber River Black Creek for his leadership on this issue and for the work from consultation process to putting this bill together. I'm also joined by my colleague and co-sponsors of this bill, the member from London North Centre and York South-Weston, for this bill. Speaker, Scarborough Southwest is a community of incredibly dedicated people who work hard to provide for their family and contribute to their communities. Over the past years, I've heard from so many of them who have been victims of predatory systems that take advantage of them, and they have no one or nowhere to turn to. This is why this bill for an independent consumer protection watchdog is so important. While the power of the Consumer Protection Watchdog is similar to the Auditor General, their job is to protect consumer rights in Ontario and can actually bring fairness and justice by administering fines and other penalties against businesses or entities that take advantage of people. Speaker, the Consumer Watchdog also has a mandate to be transparent and give consumers information about their rights and be transparent about the number of complaints so others are aware and can protect themselves better. I hear from so many in Scarborough Southwest about the ways they have been taken advantage of. One of the many issues include auto insurance. People in Ontario pay the highest amount of auto insurance, and we know this way too well in many of our postal codes. Just think about what happened during the pandemic. So many people were stuck at home, didn't drive their cars, yet ended up paying a hefty amount of auto insurance cost, while insurance companies made huge profits taking advantage of people in Ontario. What about those who get tricked into signing contracts that they didn't even understand? And so many door-to-door scams. I hear from so many senior speakers who are afraid actually, to open their doors because they have already fallen victim to some door-to-door scam. What about those who paid for a renovation for their homes and now ended up with a leaky roof but have no one to turn to? From price gouging to a lack of transparency in the marketplace, products and services that fall short of expectations in terms of their price, in terms of their value, of money and quality, the list goes on. Right now, for most consumer complaints, unlike what the minister just told us, when you go through the Consumer Protection Ontario system, many consumers find the process extremely difficult to navigate, and most common response that they get, Speaker, is to call a lawyer. And no, the 800 number is not a solution, nor is the solution to call the Premier. The Consumer Watchdog is to provide people, Ontarians, who have been taken advantage of, a place to complain and have their rights protected. At a time when cost of living, cost of everything is out of control, it is so important, it is more important than ever before that people are not taken advantage of and we help them be protected. The establishment of a consumer watchdog is to help address that gap by helping people across this province with the knowledge of their rights and a comprehensive system, consumer protection organization that is dedicated to consumers, that will provide consumers with the confidence that their rights are protected. Speaker, March is Fraud Prevention Month. The current level of consumer protection in Ontario is not adequate. So I call on the government, I implore the government to vote for a consumer protection watchdog and protect the rights of consumers, protect the rights of Ontarians. Thank you, Speaker.